Hey everyone, welcome back to TechOps tutorial. In my previous video, we already covered Kubernetes service like cluster IP, NodePort and load balancer using Minikube. I will link that in the description. Please do watch. Today, we are not repeating theory. Instead, we will do something practical. We will simulate a real load balancer in a bare metal kubeadm cluster using MetalLB. By the end of this video, your service will have an external IP just like in a cloud environment. So let's get started. Before we start setting up the Kubernetes cluster with MetalLB, there is an important VirtualBox configuration step. If these aren't set correctly, the load balancer service won't work and curl will fail. As you can see on my screen, I have a 3-node cluster. One is master and 2 worker node. Right click on the VM, go to settings, click on network. Here you need to enable, I am using adapter 1 and adapter 2 for my cluster. Here adapter 2 I am using a static IPs, and adapter 1 here I have attached bridge adapter to get the internet access for the machine, and this you need to allow. Promiscuous mode should be allow all, and for adapter 2 I am using host only adapter. Promiscuous mode should allow all. Similar to this, click OK. You need to do setting for all nodes in the cluster. Right click, settings, click on network, bridge adapter, promiscuous mode allow all, adapter 2, host only adapter, promiscuous mode allow all. Click OK. Do the same settings to the another worker. Go to network, adapter 1, bridge adapter, promiscuous mode allow all, and for adapter 2, promiscuous mode allow all. Click OK. Let me start all the machines. I will pause the video. Once the machines are up, I will resume back. All my machines are up and running. Let me take the SSH access of master node. I have logged into the master node. Let's run IPA. Here you can see this is the adapter 1 bridge adapter, and the interface is ENP0S3, and we have enable promiscuous mode allow all. It provides internet access for the VM. MetalLB does not use this adapter. And ENP0S8, this is a host only adapter required for MetalLB. This is the interface used to announce the load balancer IP to your host. Static IP should be assigned here. I have assigned static IP to each VM on the host only adapter ENP0S8. So MetalLB can assign load balancer IP consistently. If the host only adapter or promiscuous mode is not set correctly, the load balancer external IP will not be reachable from your host machine and curl will fail. This is a common issue in local lab environments. Let's check the cluster status. kubectl get nodes -o void. Notice our VM have a static IPs and are on the host only network ENP0S8. This allows MetalLB to assign IPs from our pool and make them reachable from the host machine. Before we install anything, we need one quick tweak. We must enable strict ARP in our cluster Kube-Proxy. This allows MetalLB to communicate correctly with our local network. Let's edit it. kubectl edit config map -n, give the namespace kube-system kube-proxy, search for strict ARP, Earlier this was false. I have updated to true. Save this file. Restart Kube-Proxy pod to apply the changes. kubectl rollout, restart, daemon set, Kube-Proxy -n kube system. This ensures that MetalLB in layer 2 mode can correctly announce and route traffic to the load balancer IP. First, let's install MetalLB in our kubeadm cluster. Remember, kubeadm does not provide a load balancer by default like cloud providers do. So we install MetalLB to simulate load balancer behavior in a bare metal environments. Let's apply MetalLB manifest. This command creates the MetalLB namespace, CRDs, role-based access control roles, controller deployments and speaker daemon set. Let's verify the MetalLB pods. kubectl get pods -n MetalLB system. All pods are running. We can see one controller pod running and speaker pod running on each node. Speaker is deployed as a daemon set, so it runs on every node in the cluster. Now, MetalLB is successfully installed. Next, we configure an IP address pool. This tells MetalLB which IP address is assigned to load balancer service. MetalLB IP-pool.yaml. This is the YAML file. Here you can see I am using the IP pool. Make sure this IP range matches your network and is not already in use by other devices. Let's apply the config. kubectl apply -f MetalLB-IP-pool.yaml. Perfect. IP address pool created successfully. If you get a webhook error, wait 60 seconds for the controller to initialize the certificate. If it is still failed, you can bypass it by deleting the webhook and reapply the configuration as shown here. Now, you might be wondering, how does my Windows host actually see this new IP? This is where ARP comes in. ARP means Address Resolution Protocol. Think of ARP as a shout on the network. When your browser asks who owns IP 192.168.56.240, MetalLB speaker pod answer, I do. This is also why we enable strict ARP in the initial step. It's a rule that tells Kubernetes to be very precious when answering those shouts. It ensures MetalLB is the only one responding, so your traffic does not get lost. But from this shouting and answering to work, we need to tell MetalLB which physical network interface to use. Let's do that in the next step. Now we create an L2 advertisement to tell MetalLB which interface to announce these IPs on layer 2. I have created a YAML file, L2-advertisement.yaml. Here I am using IP address pool, my-IP pool, which we have created earlier, and the interface we are using ENP0S8. Here we tell MetalLB to announce the external IP on the interface connected to our host only network. In my case, it is ENP0S8. This interface is how the VM communicates with the host machine. MetalLB uses it to make the load balancer IP reachable from your host. If this is set incorrectly, the service will get an external IP internally, but you won't be able to curl it from your host machine. Let's apply it. kubectl apply -f L2-advertisement.yaml. Now the MetalLB is ready to assign external IP. Make sure your host only adapter settings and static IPs are correct, or the external IP won't be reachable from your host machine. Now let's deploy a test application. I will use Nginx as a simple example. kubectl create deployment nginx-demo -image equals to Nginx. Deployment created. Let's verify. kubectl get pods. Pod is running. Let's expose it as a load balancer. kubectl expose deployment nginx-demo -port equals to 80 -type equals to load balancer. Now we are exposing this deployment as a load balancer service. Check the service. kubectl get svc nginx-demo. Notice the external IP 192.168.56.240. This IP is assigned by MetalLB from our configured IP pool. Also notice a NodePort is automatically created 32218. Kubernetes create it internally. We don't configure it manually. Let's verify. kubectl describe svc nginx-demo. Now you might be wondering how this works behind the scene. Unlike a cloud provider that has a physical load balancer, MetalLB uses its speaker pod to announce the external IP to your local network. When your computer tries to reach 192.168.56.240, the speaker pod tells your network, I have this IP. Once the traffic hits the node, Kubernetes internal networking routes it directly to your Nginx pod. While a NodePort is technically created as a fallback, the traffic does not need to hop through it. MetalLB ensures a direct, high-performance path to your application. Finally, let's access our service from outside the cluster. We use curl our browser with the external IP. Before that, let me curl from the master node. Let's see if we get the output. We received the output. Let me access on another node. I will use worker node. I am able to get the response. Let me access through the browser. HTTP 192.168.56.240. You should see the default Nginx page that confirms the traffic is reaching to the pod through the MetalLB load balancer. This proves our bare metal kubeadm cluster now behaves like a cloud load balancer environment. If the network adapter or promiscuous mode is not set in VirtualBox, curl would hang even though the pods are running, a common local lab issue. Sometimes the external IP works inside the cluster as we saw on the terminal on master and worker node, but it is unreachable from the host browser. This is usually due to stale ARP cache on your host. To fix this, open your Windows command prompt as an administrator and run ARP-D and give your external IP. In my case, it is 192.168.56.240. You need to give only the IP address. Press enter. This clears the old routing data and forces your host to find the MetalLB service again. Refresh the browser and the Nginx page should load instantly. ARP means Address Resolution Protocol, is how your host finds which machine owns a particular IP. Let's quickly recap what we did today. We installed MetalLB in our kubeadm cluster, configured an IP address pool so load balancer service can get external IP, Create a load balancer service for our Nginx deployment. Access this service externally using its assigned MetalLB IP. This demonstrates how the load balancer works in bare metal kubeadm cluster, just like a cloud environment. So let's clean up the environment so our clusters stay fresh and ready. This is optional. If you want, you can keep, or else you can go through these commands. If you want to clean up, kubectl delete svc nginx-demo, kubectl delete deployment nginx-demo, kubectl get all. This removes our test application. Now remove the MetalLB configuration. Kubectl delete IPAddressPool my-IP-pool, and you need to provide the namespace MetalLB -system. It's a typo. Kubectl delete L2 advertisement L2-advertisement -n MetalLB -system E. Okay, both are deleted. This removes the IP pool and layer 2 advertisement configuration. And let's remove the MetalLB. This step is optional. If you want, you can keep this step or you can remove it. I will share all the commands in the description. Now check kubectl get ports -n MetalLB -system. No resource found. Now MetalLB is completely removed from the cluster. That's it for the MetalLB and load balancer simulations. Check the description for the previous Kubernetes networking video link and all the commands we used today. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.